Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Dragonheir Selling Gods video. In today's video, we're gonna go over kind of like a dev Q&A where they finally addressed the 3% that's a big issue in the game that I made a video on a while back and also started a suggestion Discord, and a lot of you interacted with it. And also there's some really fun stuff that's seen with some quality of life, but let's get into it. So before I jump in the video, I do want to mention that if you want to support me as a content creator and get some free stuff while you're at it, you can use code OddOne that you see over there at the top. Make sure you use capital O's, and the way to redeem it is you go to the link in the description or pinned comment that says support content creator, takes you to a page where you're going to put that code, log into the account that's connected to your game, put the code, click a redeem or claim, something like that, and then you're going to get instantly 10 starlight dice, some more and gold, and then also once you hit level 100, you're gonna be getting in-game in your inbox a healer light dice and a lot more war arrow. So if you do decide to support, I really appreciate it. But first thing that I noticed before we jump into that is if we go to the island thing, it's if you go to the dispatch center, for example, where I think I should make a video on this for season 3 because there's certain things I think you should prioritize. But one of those is going and doing a dispatch on the same thing. Well, I did not notice this up until today. I don't think it was a thing, but if you want to only do dispatches to get a specific resource, you can just schedule them, right? You click schedule dispatch and it just, I think once one is finished, it just goes to the next one. So for example, I advise people to go with the Ancestral Redwood, just like full dispatch on that up until you finish upgrading everything over here, and then after that you swap over. So the fact that they introduced that, right, schedule dispatch, that's a really good quality of life. So well done, Dragonheir. But let's check what they're talking about. So echoes from the campfire, I guess that's what it is. Echoes from the campfire. Hey travelers, echoes from the campfire volunteers here, bringing dev answers to some questions you care about most. So that's good to hear. Gather around the fire, for I bring you tales from the farthest reaches of Adentia. The crackling of lava echoes from distant lands, a rumble in earth that calls to us all. Yes, season 3 Snarls of Lava is upon us, and with it comes a promise of fiery adventures and legendary challenges. But don't worry, while the world is in molten depth roars outside, here at the campfire, we've got the latest news hot off the forge. So I'm curious if they're gonna be good news. I've got whispers from dev team, fresh updates and answer to the burning questions you've sent our way. So put down your dice, take a seat by the fire, let me spin you the stories, what's to come. Interesting. So the first thing and the most important one, is it possible to remove the 3% failure rate in the accuracy resistance mechanics to ensure battle stability? This is a burning question that I personally had. This is a massive issue that I had. We saw it be a big problem during the endgame bosses, right? Against the Talwar boss, against the actual endgame boss, where doesn't matter if you had enough accuracy, sometimes we didn't land debuff. It doesn't matter if we had enough resistance, sometimes we still got debuffed, and that was really frustrating. And it was, it was annoying because it couldn't allow us to easily push to the max we wanted. We had to like 50 runs whenever we did a specific thing because 3% happened. So the answer about that is we deeply understand your concern for the battle stability. Regarding the accuracy resistant mechanics, the current settings are as follows. When accuracy exceeds resistance by 200 or more, the skill failure rate will approach 3%. Wait a second. So when accuracy exceeds resistance by 200. So I guess let's go and check, for example, let's just go into the temporal vortex, right? So if you go into the temporal vortex, for example, let's say for difficulty 3, we need 212 accuracy is the recommended one, right? 212. So when an enemy has 192. So 192 is what, let me just get my trusty calculator, even though I shouldn't by 200. But for 192 resist, we need 200 more accuracy, so we would need 392 accuracy to only get to that 3%, right? That's what it says, right? So if we have 200 over, the skill failure rate will approach 3%. So that's kind of like best case scenario. If the value is between 0 and 150, so if you have between 0 and 50 more accuracy than resist, the failure rate will be approximately 5 to 8%. Oh my god. So it's a lot worse than we thought. It's a lot worse. That's that's painful, right? Because most of the time, you might have people that also want, do damage. For example, Sheena in an Ice Blast team, you want her to have some accuracy to land her defense penalty, but then you want to focus damage. You don't want to go 200 over the resistance, what you need with an accuracy to land your debuff. So it's a lot worse than we thought. Instead of being 3%, it can be up to 10%. It definitely feels like it's 10% sometimes with how often it happens. Damn, that's painful. That's painful. I guess it's good to know, but let's see what they address about it. From a balance perspective, we will not be adjusting the mechanics in the short term. That's bad news. Moderate fluctuation helps keep battles dynamic and allows for greater diversity in card selection. Not really. It's like RNG should not be a thing from my point of view in game mechanics. Furthermore, the game already features established countermeasures for the mechanics such as control immunity and debuff resistance to effectively balance the randomness. I guess this thing you're right with, right? It's like, okay, if you use control immunity, for example, in the previous stuff, you cannot get stunned. If you put debuff immunity, you cannot get debuffed. The only issue with this one is, though, this is a good point. However, they're not enough, right? There are not enough good control immunity, debuff immunity heroes in the game that allows us to do that, right? At least when it comes to the resisting debuffs side of things. However, when it comes to inflicting debuffs, such as, the really important attack penalty, sometimes it's going to be tough to go 200 over, right? It's like, I kind of get it, but I don't think it's good enough. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Regarding the noticeably high skill failure rate for certain heroes in specific scenarios, Vinyara happened a ton, we will optimize the dungeon experience by adjusting related dungeon mechanics in the new season during the first half of the next year. So I guess up until next year, we're not going to see many changes, but somebody that definitely needs something like that is Vinyara. She's a free legendary. She's really amazing with what she does, but so many times she gets one of those effects resisted that it's painful. We'll keep improving battles, striving to present a more stable strategic experience for everyone. So I guess what I'm taking from this, and I guess trying to, be a little bit positive about it, they acknowledge the issue, right? They acknowledge the frustration that we have. They acknowledge the fact that it's, it's just not good enough the way they do it. So hopefully they're going to look into it to be, maybe the maximum. Maybe, you know what I would do? Just swap these around. Make it be, if it's between 0 and 3%, the failure rate can go up to 3%. But if you have 200 more accuracy than resistance needed, then it's 0, right? That would work. It would make it worth it to be like, what? I need 300 resistance to resist stuff. Let me put it 500. That way, there's going to be a reason for us to try, break certain, remove from other stats and push more accuracy and more resistance in order to get close, to get to that 0% chance. So I think that would be the best fix. What do you guys think? I think that would be good, right? Just make this be to 3% if you're between 0 and 50, and then this one go to 0%, right? There's 0 chance to land if you exceed 200 over what's required. That's how I see it. Okay, let's see what other things they're addressing. Is it possible to update a hero pool at camp? Horn according to this, the camp Horn according to the season. Could the Ancestral Ruins be optimized so that rewards match the time spent? That's good points. Some of the heroes from the Horn are kind of like, just useless, and honestly, it's so hard to get legendaries. Might as well make them a bit better. I haven't gotten one in 2 seasons. Also, the Ancestral Ruins, yeah, some of the rewards, it might kind of need better stuff because we spent so much time in it. But let's see what they answered about it. Thank you for your valuable feedback. These 2 features adjustments have been included in upcoming updates. That's good. To provide everyone with a better gaming experience, we are planning a major optimization of the carpool mechanics and core gameplay early next year. With the details currently being refined and tested, we'll keep you informed through the official announcements, so stay tuned. So it's good to hear that they're looking into changing a bit the Horn and Ancestral Ruins because they've kind of become boring and useless. Next one, can we have more unique heroes that have a significant impact similar to the Dark Lady? That's a good point. We are deeply aware of your expectations for unique heroes that bring fresh experiences. Currently, a new original hero is already under preparation. Meanwhile, the hero co-creation event has officially begun. We sincerely invite you all players to participate in the new hero design. Your creativity could shape the next Legend with Identity. So they kind of have like an event going. That sounds really fun. Will more classic hero arts pre-Reborn be added to the skin system? Yes, some of them look so bad. Like, I really want the old Azul back. I don't like the way the new one looks. After introducing some classic arts into the skin system, we have received a lot of positive feedback. Yes, we want the old ones. They look better. And are actively pushing forward with ongoing work. We anticipate adding Asphalta's pre-Reborn skin to the skin system in Season 4, Players can redeem it using any legendary soul and sprint. Okay, make the same thing for Azul, please. I want Azul the old way because it will look so much cooler. Next one. Why does the island shop not show the discount but instead the remaining price percentage? Regarding this issue, we'll adjust the discount display format in the island shop, making it easier for players to view the deals and improve shopping experience. I've now noticed this, I'm not sure what it is. Does the season reset also reset NPC interaction, stealing, trading, gifting? From what I've seen, the answer is no. Everything stays as it was. So their answer is NPC interaction rewards are granted once and will not reset each season. However, the interactions themselves will refresh along with the season reset. So the interaction is just talking to them. So after the season reset, players who missed out on those rewards can attempt to receive them again. So I guess, for example, if I go in game and look myself, I've not done a ton of the side quests since season 1. So I guess if you started it and didn't quite finish it, right, you can go ahead and just go and complete those you know, those side quests, which I guess eventually should do them because, you know, it gives us a few free rewards. But that's pretty much it, right? That's all for today's campfire chat. So the takeaway is the fact that they're looking into updating the camp, you know, the Horn and the Ancestral Ruins. That's good. Some other unique heroes such as the Dark Lady, which is amazing. That's good. Giving us some skins back, such as Aspalta. Please give Ozul back. That really needs to be done. And then the most important one is the fact that they acknowledge, first of all, the 3% issue. And I'm hoping, again, I'm hoping that they're going to do the simplest change. Make this be to 3% and make this be 0%. That way, you know, you sacrifice a ton of other stats, give your people maybe 200 more resistance. So instead of needing 300, you're going to give them 500. But at least you know you're guaranteed to not be 3%. That's what I would love to see. And I think that would be something really good. So at least you have a chance to, you know, not be RNG'd on specific things. What do you guys think? I think that would be the best fix for this one. But that's pretty much covers it for today. Thank you for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next. Again, don't forget to support using code OddOne that you see over there at the top. And I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.